Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Showcase. You are welcome to Reality Discuss show this morning. The show where we bring you different stories, different guests, and discussing different topics. With me here in the studio is the 400 level medical student of University of Nigeria Enugu campus, the person of Mr. Kafo Chigemezu. You are welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, without wasting much of our time, we are going straight to the point. But before then, I would like you to tell me more about yourself. Just a little brief intro about yourself.
Okay. Like you said, I'm a medical student. From 400 level, University of Nigeria Enugu campus, and I'm from Anambra State.
Wow.
Ojoto specifically in Anambra State, Idemili South.
Wow.
Yeah. And I grew up in Abia State. Yeah, so you can call me Nwaba as well.
Nwaba, of course. Many people out there know what Nwaba is. Hope you are not a kind of, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Nwaba.
I'm a cool guy.
All right. You are welcome to the show this morning, Mr. Okafo.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Okafo Chigemezu. So today we are going to be discussing the physiology of human sexual acts. I know it's an interesting topic to talk about, so you listen to us now. Mr. Okafo, please tell me more about what you know by the physiology of human sexual acts.
All right. Thank you very much. So I'll begin. We all know what human sexual act is all about, right? Having sex, a man and a woman coming together, whether in the light or in darkness, to do what?
To have sex.
Sexual intercourse, of course. But to speak about it medically, for you to understand exactly what went on, that's what I'm here for, right?
Definitely.
That's what I'm here for.
Definitely.
So I'll start with that of the man, that of the guy. You as a guy, all you all know is your penis rose, stood up, right? And then you went about the act,
Definitely.
right? Exactly. Now, what actually made your penis rise? That's what I'm here for. So I'll start by, it's called excitement.
Wow.
It's a term which all of us are all accustomed to.
Wow.
Excitement. Now, it could actually be by what you watch, what you see. For example, guys, people that watch porn. Exactly. Pornography. It can lead to your penis rising. Can lead to erection. Let's just use the term erection. Exactly. So now, what actually makes the penis rise? When you've watched that pornography, what happened? Something called parasympathetic nervous system.
You will have to break that down, Mr. Okafo. What did you say again? It is called
parasympathetic nervous system.
Okay, and what is that?
Okay. Just like we have your central nervous system, your peripheral nervous system. Yeah. Now, under your autonomic nervous system, it's called sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. But just for the sake of this particular topic, I'll just say exactly what parasympathetic nerves do here. Exactly. So it causes the release of what is called nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide. In chemistry, it's called NO. That's the chemical formula. NO, nitric oxide. So now, what does this nitric oxide do? It causes the dilation of vessels. When we say vessels, we're talking about your arteries and your veins. They are called vessels. Now, the arteries in your penis increase in size. They increase in diameter.
Due to what you watch here, right? Due to what you watch.
What you watch is what causes that to happen.
Okay.
Your parasympathetic nervous system is stimulated, which causes the release of what? The nitric oxide. What does that nitric oxide do? If the arteries in your penis were this small, it increases them to be a bit larger. And what flows through them? Blood. When blood flows through it to the increased size, it becomes erect. Flow of blood to the penis is actually what makes the penis peak and rise.
Wow.
You understand?
So to crown it all here, the reason why our imakwa erects is because of flow of blood through it. So anytime my imakwa rise, I know blood is flowing through it.
That's the point.
We have learned one here. Jot things down. Go on, Mr. Okafo, please.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So after the excitement stage, what happens next? What happens next? It's called lubrication. The next stage is called lubrication. Lubrication is just like you have two surfaces that are hard. You use oil to make it
to soften it.
Exactly. So now this lubrication is mostly done in the female aspect. You understand? But even the male plays a part when it comes to lubrication. There are some glands in your penis called the bulbourethral glands. They secrete what's called a mucus. A mucus. Exactly. So when a man is having sex with a woman, when the penis is entering the vagina, that mucus is released for what? Easy penetration. Yes, for easy penetration. That's the point of that step. Now the next step is called emission and ejaculation, which most of us all know as male orgasm. It's called orgasm. Now for the male aspect, what actually happened? First of all, emission. We all know our penis, we produce sperm.
Definitely.
Exactly. We all produce sperm. Now when you produce the sperm in your testes, right, it goes through what's called the vas deferens. It's like a tube. Now it passes through the vas deferens. We're talking about emission now. It's emitting, it's releasing the sperm through the vas deferens. In the process of releasing through the vas deferens, some other parts of the penis, which we call the accessory organs, secrete their own fluid to mix with that sperm, turning it towards semen. That mixing is a sensation which all men feel when they're about to ejaculate. There's a sensation all men feel when they're about to ejaculate. It's because of the mixing of the sperm with the secretions from the other accessory organs.
Wow.
The sensation you feel at the point before you ejaculate, that is what causes that. So the next step is what? Ejaculation. What causes this ejaculation? There are some muscles in your penis as well. They contract, forcing the semen out to the exterior, out of your penis and into wherever it is entering. That's called ejaculation. The ischiocavernosus and the bulbous cavernosus. If you want to know the name of it.
Wow.
So that's all for the human sexual, for the male aspect. Then the next step actually is called resolution. After you've ejaculated, what happens? They just relax. You get some feel tired because what you've done the act. So you will now relax for like depend on the man. Some are ready to go in again. Some have to take a little while off. That's it for the male aspect. Now for the female almost takes the same step. We talk about excitement. What makes them to feel, what's the term you guys call? Honey. Exactly.
Okay, that's what they call honey.
They are feeling honey.
In the medical world, is in form of an excitement.
Yes, an excitement. Exactly. It could also be pornographic movies or seeing a guy that they like or like whatever it is, the reason why girls feel honey for a person. That's just excitement. It's called excitement. And then lubrication, just like I said about the male, is mostly done in the female. They have two small glands. They are pea-sized glands, very small, just at the entrance of the vagina, called Bartholin glands. Bartholin. Bartholin glands. Now these glands secrete the mucus, the majority of that mucus, which will lubricate the vagina, makes for easy penetration. You understand? That's for lubrication. And then emission and I won't call it ejaculation. They don't ejaculate. I'll say the orgasm. Now for the orgasm, for the female orgasm, by the time they've gone through the sexual acts for as many minutes as possible, depending on the female, they have their female orgasm, which is actually, it takes, for male one actually comes before the female in most cases. And during their resolution stage, which is the stage of actually relaxed, they barely relax. It's always the male that always feels tired. It's the male that needs to recharge.
Yes, Mr. Okafor. I think in this case you will have to elaborate more on that aspect, because my audience too will be willing to know the reason why women don't get tired. While should I use the word knacking if I'm allowed to use that word here? And the male tend to get tired and earlier compared to that of the female.
I understand.
You understand? Yeah. So I would want you to just give me a little touch on the reason why that happens.
I'll be honest with you. Not everything we know, we know too deep. That resolution of the thing now. Nature just has it that when a guy ejaculates, he actually needs a little bit of time before going about the act again. But for the female, they are just ever ready. They are just ever ready to go again and again for as long as. They're just ever ready. For a woman, it could take her 2 to 4 minutes and she's ready to go again. But for male, 10-15 minutes depending. Some of them taking liquids or some drugs to make them active. But naturally, you need to recharge for a bit before going in again. Exactly.
Okay.
That's actually the physiology of human sex. That's actually what actually went on. That's what happened.
Wow, that is amazing. I must say this is a very interesting topic that the audience are kind of interested about, I guess. So I won't let you go now because I would want to know more, and I know my audience to want to know more about this. So, in terms of sex, I would want you to tell me, because what people out there know is the importance, the disadvantage of sex. They will tell you, don't have sex, it's not good, or you are young, or you have not gotten married, which I know, yes, it's wrong to have sex after and before marriage. But I want you now to tell us the advantage of sex. The advantage. Why is sex important? You understand? For those out there that feel it is not important, so they will know as a medical student that you are, Mr. Okafor Chigemezu.
Okay. So why sex is important?
Yes, important. Why it's needed?
What's the general purpose of having sex? To procreate, right?
To what?
To procreate.
Which means, procreate. That means to a kind of multiply.
Exactly.
In another word.
Yes. To make the woman pregnant, right? So that she can give birth to a child.
Yeah.
Now, why do you use condom? To prevent
either diseases or
prevent disease, of course, to prevent sexually transmitted diseases, and also to prevent the entry of that semen into the woman, which would lead her to become pregnant. Exactly. So people have why do male now have sex? Most of them see it as a form of pleasure. That's actually this procreation. I said that is just the general purpose of sex. So when you do not want to give birth, you do not have sex, and that's why condoms are provided. You want to have sex, right? But you don't want to give birth. Use the condom. Just for people that want to go extreme. Sex it gives pleasure, right? Both to the female and the male. So that is all there is
about sex.
The pleasure. That's what people are after. The pleasure that comes with having sex. That's what they're after. There's barely any other logical or justifiable reason of having sex.
All right. Now, in this case, my question is not centered on the reason or what those who have sex for pleasure are after. You get? My question here is, maybe medically, as a medical student, what do you think or what do you know that is the importance of sex, regardless of the reason someone is having that sex?
Okay, all right.
Aside bearing children, the important, does it have any positive effect on the human body or something? That's what I want to know.
Okay. From research, it was found out that prostate cancer, people that have sex often are less likely to be victims of prostate cancer. Prostate is an organ that is found in the male genital area. Understand? It's also an accessory organ. It secretes its own fluid during the passage of the sperm from the testes to the vas deferens to the urethra, the prostate. It goes through all this. Exactly. So that prostate organ now is prone to cancer, prostate cancer, and people that have sex often and ejaculate often are less likely, from research, to have prostate cancer than those that do not. That is from the research I made and the research I saw. For the male aspect. As for the female aspect, I don't know. I do not know.
Wow, this is a wonderful lecture of yours. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, in Reality Discuss show, we don't care how it is being said, but we say it how we know it. And we don't have any right to what our audience, our guest, say here in the studio. Whatsoever he or she say, or whatsoever business you have with our guest outside the studio is none of our business. But whatsoever he says is meant for your understanding and knowledge to increase. So, Mr. Okafor Chigemezu, I must tell you that I'm happy to have you in my studio this moment, and I would love to have you some other time.
Thank you very much.
I will call you for the part 2 of this because I know, yes, people would want to know more and will ask questions under the comment section. So, ladies and gentlemen, once more, my name is Showcase. You are welcome to Reality Discuss show. We will be having you go now. Bye bye.